Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin power, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey, what's going on, people? Hi, everybody. It's your girl BondyBlue, and I'm back for another BondyBlue show, where we get into hot topics and mess and whatever else I want to talk about. In case you're new here, girl, subscribe, like the video, and also go to my secondary channel, BondyBlue Bites, where you get cut up versions of whatever we talk about here in long form. Over there, cut up. Okay, y'all go ahead and check it out. I've also posted my members only recaps from the Bell Collective, girl. So y'all go over there and check out that. Okay. How y'all doing? What's today? Tuesday. Girl, it's a girl. Girl. It's you, girl. Listen. I'm literally look. Like, that's literally what I was watching before I came up here, was Real with Yanni. Okay. And she was talking about this girl who is doing a 40-something part series about how she let some bummy ass nigga get in her drawers and then get in her pockets. Girl, the way y'all be too scared to tell these, girl, what? Let me tell you, it was triggering. It was triggering for me because it had me thinking about a situation that happened to me. And I was just like, nobody ever got my pockets like that. Please be very clear. Nobody ever got my pockets like that. But to me, when people play with my time, like if you say you're going to do something and then you turn around and you don't do it, and just all of these little, I have an issue. And like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not cool with people in 2025 that I was cool with in 2024 because they was playing with my time in some type of manner. Like, girl, as soon as people start to make you feel like they doing too much, it's time for you to go. It's time for girl. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care how much you like them. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care how good the sex. Girl, I don't care about none of that. None of that. Because people be out here just really using you. People really be out here using you. People be like, I'm about to say something. I'm like, I don't want to say that. Let me not. Okay. Because you just never know. People mamas don't be shit. People mamas don't be shit, y'all. And when people mamas don't be shit, low key, they don't be shit. You ain't shit because I ain't shit. Y'all name the movie, okay? Look, name the movie. Y'all, we got a couple of topics to talk about today. It's all over the place. Ain't nothing really going on like that, but it's a few things that I wanted to come to y'all with. I wanted to come to y'all with the bullshit. So we're gonna get into it. Girl, I'm sorry. I really am thinking about that whole situation. I'm like, bitch, never again. Never again. When I tell you, serious look, serious in my mind right now. Serious life. Friend, thought you was my homie. Find out you don't even know me. That's what I felt. All right, y'all. Because I'm trying to see what I want to start with first. Because it's not buku stuff, but it's enough for us to have a little cute little conversation about. Okay, so y'all know last time we was here, last time we talked, we was talking about how the church people be tripping. The church people be tripping. The church people be wilding. Okay, and so let's get into somebody's Sunday sermon in a tight tee, in a turtleneck. And when I tell y'all, be careful of motherfuckers in tight tees, turtlenecks. If a mother got on a tight tee turtleneck, you be wary. You ask questions. You give pause. Because you don't know if you can trust them. Yes, come on, 5 hobbies, people. Okay? Yes. That's definitely 5 hobbies. Come on, people. All right. You don't have to talk to the boy like that. Estelle, I love that boy. I just want him to be a better man than me. I don't know if anybody ever noticed homeboy that was sitting in the corner reading the newspaper with his hat on, shaking his fucking head. Nigga ain't shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was whispers. I don't know if y'all ever seen Hoodlum with Lawrence Fishburne child, back when Lawrence Fishburne was walking around giving big dick energy. Girl, the 90s was a wonderful time to watch Lawrence Fishburne walk around. Like, y'all want to talk about 2 men in Hollywood that had some sexy ass walks? Denzel Washington and Lawrence Fishburne. I'm sorry, Wesley. You did not make the running. you did not make the running to become America's next hot black actor. Like you was falling short when it came to the walk. All right, it's girl, center of gravity giving I fuck. Lawrence Fishburne used to be walking around with that center of gravity. Okay, everybody liked him. No, I'm gonna tell y'all, me and Lyric, before I get into this, me and Lyric was watching Amazon Prime movies this weekend. And I don't know about y'all, but like when I was growing up, one of the things that me and my dad used to do was just like randomly watch movies. Like movies he may have seen, we may not have seen, but it's a Saturday. We just gonna pick a channel and we gonna roll with it. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna see what they got going on. That's how you find good movies, right? So me and Lyric was on Amazon Prime and they had like this whole set of like late 80s, early 90s movies, some of which I've heard of and some of which I've never seen. And they had this one on there. What was it called, y'all? It was with Lawrence Fishburne. Well, first of all, we watched Deep Cover. I had never fully watched Deep Cover. That shit was good. It could have been better though. Hold up. I need to find the name of this movie, child, because it was hilarious. And it was like one of the only times he played like just this crazy ass character. And it's like you know, it's a classic at this point. What is it? What is it? What was it? What was it? King of New York. It was King of New York, girl. We sat there and watched King of New York. We watched Deep Cover. We watched what was it? Feuds. Some like, you know, little comedy 80s movie. We was all in Amazon Prime watching all of the old 80s movies, 90 movies, having a nice little Sunday, girl. And Lawrence was giving everything they needed to be gave. I'm just gonna leave it like that, girl. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay? Don't get us started on what's love got to do with it. Love to watch you walk into a room and across the room and out of the room. Okay? I was just impressed overall. You know what I'm saying? You just run across my mind. You just run across my mind. Mm-hmm. You had that masculine thing down pat. Listen, don't make me get into it. Don't make me get into it with the Jill Scott, girl. But it's good to see y'all. Let's go ahead and jump into the topics I got laid out for y'all today. Play, nigga. Do I have to read? What's going on? And what was that? I had never seen that before. Instagram. Hold up, y'all. I don't know why shit gotta act dumb. Let me refresh the page, girl. All right, here we go.
Rape you, you pick them. Yeah, to those that have dealt with rape or anything or incest, oh my God, my heart goes out to you. But so many, they'll admit, who I slept with, I chose to. I'm not blaming him no more. Yeah, in one sense, I empowered him by letting him. I empowered her. I hurt her by letting her sleep with me. I should have been more of a light for them. I should have let my light shine. I brought us both down in one sense. I wish I had been stronger. I wish I had knew.
So I need y'all to know, whoever this is, Pastor Ari Vernon of the Word Church in Cleveland, Ohio, everybody that go to that church, check your daughters. Check your daughters and your sons. Check them, because this man is telling on himself right now.
The word of God. I'm not mad at you. We both were crazy and lost. God got a hold of my heart. As a matter of fact, pray for them that God gets their heart like he got your heart and gives them another chance. But number two, make living right a priority. Get this. He didn't rape you. You picked him. Yeah, to those that have dealt with rape or anything or incest, oh my God, my heart goes out to you. But so many, they'll admit, who I slept with, I chose to.
See, do I really have to explain to a grown man in a tight tee turtleneck that incest and rape are not the same as someone choosing to be in a toxic relationship? Like that's not the same. Toxic relationships are a lot of times a choice. Yeah. Somebody being overpowered, whether by a family member in incest or by a man in, you know, a rape situation, assault situation. Nobody chose that. This is a blame the victim society, and I have an issue with that. I have a problem with that. So I'm going to always speak about it. But when I tell y'all, for this man to say that shit up out his mouth, I need for y'all to understand he is talking to his congregation because he is guilty of this in some respect. He has to be. He has to be. If I was people at this church, I would absolutely be paying attention to him, who he's been around. What children have y'all allowed to be a part of the ministry? And he's been around those children, because he is literally explaining away assault in a way that makes me feel like he's trying to absolve himself of guilt. Let's hear it again.
I'm not blaming him no more. Yeah.
I'm not blaming him no more.
In one sense, I empowered him by
letting him. Now, you started off this conversation with grape, not with a messed up relationship. So what that makes me think is that you've done this and you are basically trying to absolve yourself of shame and guilt by saying what you're saying, which is to invalidate whatever you've probably done. I don't know for sure. I don't know this man. But based on his words, I would be questioning who he has done this to in order for him to feel like he needs to get up on this stage and perform and make excuses for men that assault people.
Letting him. I empowered her. I hurt her by letting her.
And then you change the language. You change. This is even making me wonder. Is like I said, check y'all daughters and y'all children. Check teenagers, the teenage girls in the church, teenage boys in the church. But I'm going to say girls. He looks like a teenage girls type of man. And the reason why I say that is because of the way he flipped that to
sleep with me. I should have been more of a light for them. I should have let my light shine. I brought us both down in one sense.
So what teenage girl are you putting all this shame and guilt on for whatever you did? Talking about I brought us both down and all of this shit.
I wish I had been stronger. I wish I had knew the word of God. I'm not mad at you. We both were crazy and lost. God.
No. And this is what I be talking about all the time, y'all. Whenever people that have harmed someone are consistently trying to create this balance as if, oh, we both were wrong. No. He was well known in Cleveland, and I think he was a drug dealer back in the day. Oh, yes. Y'all need to check on the church. Check on the children of the church, the teenage girls down there to the church. Please check on them at Dr. R.A. Vernon of the Word of Church in Cleveland, Ohio. Please check on those children down to that church, because that man is obviously somebody who should not be prophesizing to a congregation of anybody, because what he just said right there, it excuses assault. And we're not here for that. And I'm tired of y'all. Be careful. Let's move on. I'm just telling y'all got to look out for people like this. And y'all be sitting up there shaking y'all heads and shit. Don't shake your head and go along with this foolishness. Something wrong with that nigga. And somebody needs to check. All right, let's move on. So I saw this, but Tasha actually posted the picture. Girl, this lady posted this, and there's so many people in the comments that feel like this is, oh, good. Look, great mom, wonderful. Out of wedlock babies are promoted too much by the Black community. I feel like I know that y'all are intending to pedestalize a certain lifestyle in comparison to another lifestyle. But I'm going to just read to y'all what she said. And I'm glad they posted a picture, because looking at her and looking at these two boys, I feel like, oh my God, like it's giving, I don't care what y'all talking about. And I know everybody like to say, oh, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't, but these people look problematic. Let me read it. Our sons are aware that if they have babies out of wedlock, they'll lose their inheritance for them and we'll have to start from scratch. We were clear about this prior to having children. So you and your husband had this conversation prior to having children, that if y'all children have children out of wedlock, you're going to disinherit them. All right. Okay. Most boys comfortable with doing this because they have zero standards, expectations, and inheritance. You have to incentivize good behavior decisions. I think this sounds good. I think this sounds so good. And I think there are so many people that would think that, oh, this is, moral, upstanding. But what I want y'all to understand is that money is not stopping these little boys from going fuck on some girl without a condom. It's not going to stop it. I don't feel that way. Like, I think this is really cute to say, but I think in real life, looking at these two young men, one of them will probably do it anyway. And I'm being nice by saying one. Yes, this is a controlling thing. Like, this is a controlling thing. And I'm not mad at her for saying, oh, I'm not going to give you money if you just out here having babies willy-nilly, no self-control. Please don't misunderstand me, y'all. I understand the point that is being made here, but I also feel like that's not what's going to happen. And I also feel like when y'all often put these types of pressures on those young men, they are going to then apply that pressure to whatever girl they go and have the unprotected sex with. Like, to me, they'll have a baby, they will force, bully, or incentivize the young woman to get rid of it. It will not make them put on condoms if they don't want to. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like it's dangerous to incentivize with money this type of thing. I feel like at the end of the day, if you have to say, if y'all do this, y'all won't get any money from us, are they actually good people? That's what I would wonder. Are they actually good people if the only thing that stops them from having children all out of wedlock is the fact that they won't get their family's money? Because, like, and I'm also wondering, and I'm not saying no, like, I feel like you should always have standards. I just feel like I don't know if those standards should be predicated on money. I don't know if threatening them with y'all not gonna get this money is the best course of action. Because what I really feel like is that it much rather is gonna put whatever young women that they're in a situation with, is gonna put those young women in some type of dangerous situation. And the reason why I say that is because how many times do y'all see grown-ass men killing women and children so that they don't have to give them child support? This happens all the time. And some nigga in the comments, because whenever I say something that, you know, people don't like, there's always somebody that has to think they got you, Bondi. I got you, bitch. I got you. And he gonna say, women kill babies all the time. Da, 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 da. And I'm just like, sir, we are not about to act like the ratio of men harming women and children in comparison to women harming their own children. It happens, and they post about it on the blogs. Don't get me wrong. I know a girl personally that threw her baby in a goddamn lake. I know, but that was because she was scared of having a baby because she grew up in a very church-minded family, and she got pregnant regardless to what they was talking about. Because when people get pregnant, it is a hormonal thing. It's not just, oh, and then also y'all impart all of this. Oh, your little girlfriend, your little boyfriend, y'all do that shit with them children from the time they come into the world. Oh, he gonna be fine. He gonna have all the girls on him. Oh, she gonna be so pretty. Y'all gonna have to have a gun for them little boys out here. Y'all already start to implant the idea of romantic relationships into children's minds at a very young age. So miss me with the bullshit. Y'all socialize them kids to be in relationships. They are hormonal and they're teenagers. So what do they end up doing? Fucking. It's what everybody ends up doing because it's more of a like nature thing that you start to get the urges and the hormonal things, especially at teenage ages. And I hope this doesn't happen, y'all. But in my mind, all I could think of is, you know, some type of a woman who thinks that she's better than everybody because her children have inheritance, which means every little girl that them niggas come in contact with is gonna be probably like critiqued down to every little thing about her. And up to your discretion, those your kids, that's your family, that's your money, do what you will. I don't really give a fuck. But what I'm saying is everybody's congratulating this. And all I could think about is they're going to find some girl from the hood to get pregnant. The girl going to think she got something great because the guy comes from a great a great household and a good family. And she accidentally gets pregnant because he probably has been, pressuring her into having premarital sex because that's what niggas do regardless to what their parents have told them. Their dicks tell them that I want this coochie today and I don't want to marry you for it. Also, that will a lot of times get these people in marriages that they don't want to be in. A lot of church people and people in the armed forces will hurry up and get into some stupid marriage with somebody so that they can get benefits and or fuck somebody. So then you have to think about, if they do get married just so that they can have sex very quickly, will you end up with a woman that's going to divorce your son anyway and still take some of y'all money and get the fuck on? Yes. Yes. Jay Jersey girl, thank you for the super chat. How many girls I know lost their V card at church? And amongst the boys that they go to church with. Girl, if I wasn't a different type of young woman, child, the way me and one of them women's sons was down to the church office when our mamas was at choir practice together. Child, if I was a different young woman, I'd have got pregnant at the church directory. I mean, at the at the office for the church, girl. Cause me and that lady's son was rolling around on the church on the floor in the church office, baby. Okay, which was also the school office. Don't do us like that. It was a church and a school, bitch. Don't play with me like that. And I ain't gonna call his name out because I know a lot of y'all New Orleans people watch me and y'all don't say nothing. And if we went to the same church or y'all went to high school with him, y'all might know him. So I'm not even gonna put him on blast like that. It's just after the holidays. But shout out to my church family. Shout out to my church family. Like, and I'm telling y'all, like, that girl, so much temptation. What you talking about? I was in a choir, we was in a youth group. Child, one of the little boys that I was in youth group and in a choir with, and it's another little boy. Child, we actually ended up in our, young adult life. Okay. It wasn't nothing to write home about, but that's, we still follow each other. It's love there. Shout out to him, his sister, his mama. Actually, I just saw his sister at a party one time, and I'm like, girl, I ain't know. Girl, I'm mad I didn't get your information. I used to like you. Just in a way, like, let's hang out. Let's get drinks. I'm going to have to text him and be like, what's your sister number? I'm going to DM him and be like, what's your sister Instagram? Okay? Because, like, we need to go get a drink. We need to talk. Child, listen, they did church lock-ins, but my daddy was like, not my damn child. So listen, back to this story. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this lady wig make me not trust her. Okay, this lady wig make me not trust her, and I will also want to know how her and her husband got together, because it be them ones that know all of the tricks. Because that's what they did to get your damn daddy. And they just trying to make sure that the next young woman don't do the same. Listen, I'm not trying to listen. I saw the sister at a party and I was just like, girl, I used to, like, she was always so sweet and so cool. And so that's why I was just kind of like, damn, I should have got her phone number so we could have met up and got drinks and talk. Girl, let's talk. Okay. What you been doing? But anyway, she do, don't she? She do, don't she? Don't she look like she was spreading it wide back in the day to get them two boys? What's the age difference between these two niggas? Like, okay. But either way, y'all, I understand. I don't see nothing wrong. It's up to them to choose whether or not to play Russian roulette with their inheritance. And I'm just like, y'all better hope that the aberrations are legal wherever these people are, because that's another thing I think about. The funny part is that I think because Black people never had money like that, they don't understand how these situations play out sometimes. And what I've learned is it really doesn't matter how many parameters y'all put in place for y'all sons to do what y'all think is the right thing. They're still gonna do whatever they're gonna do. And whatever stressors you've put on them to perform their life in a way that's suitable to you, those stressors are going to stress them. And it's up to them if they can handle that stress. Now, best case scenario, it would just make these two young men. I'm going to leave it alone, child. I'm going to leave it alone. It's going to make these two young men find them some nice young women, probably church girls, young, inexperienced of some sort. Those girls will maybe be in love with them, maybe not, who knows. But either way, either they will find 2 young women, marry, and divorce shortly after. Or if the girls have grown up in a family where they were looking for this type of dynamic, meaning they, her family come from a certain type of money too. That's what y'all want. Y'all want y'all sons to go and find the young girls who also have, money. Y'all want this to be a Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy situation, where the 2 rich people kids come together, fall in love, and now we can keep all of this black excellence and money, generated between these 2 big black families. I know that's what everybody wants. I know y'all very much put these families, this family portrait ideal on pedestals. But I'm just telling y'all, in real life, shit don't happen like that. Shit don't happen perfectly. And I think that what should always be more important is that you teach your children to have good morals that's not based on being incentivized by money. Because if they're constantly being incentivized by money, they'll do anything for the money. You see what I'm saying? They'll do anything to keep the money. It's not about what you want it to be for. Well, it should be about building some type of legacy and all of that. I know you think it's all of these moral things that you're trying to incentivize them to care about. But if you're using money to incentivize them, do they really care? I'm going to use this as an example. Back in the day, when you would like pay your children for their grades or something like that. So then they get into a mindset where they feel like, well, I'm only making good grades so I can get money. So if I'm not getting money anymore, then I'm not getting good grades. I don't really care. Well, that means you don't care about your own education. That means you don't care about doing well, period. Because you're consistently being incentivized with money. You see what I'm saying? I just wonder, does it actually have the value system of someone that actually has good, that's a good person, not just somebody that looks good on the outside. And I think a lot of times when y'all incentivize people with money, when y'all incentivize children with money, it just creates children that are preoccupied with money. Those are also the children that will kill y'all for an inheritance. Like it could be a young girl out here that's getting pressured or abused into a situation so that this nigga can keep his money. And they can also one day beat him planning a stupid robbery / murder so that they can get money from y'all. It's not funny, but I'm just saying, just think about these things sometimes. But I think she thought she ate, and I think a lot of y'all thought she ate. But in my mind, looking at her, looking at them 2 kids, and then reading what she, what she said and all of that, I'm just like, it's given. The mama was a thought back in the day. And the sons is out here terrorizing the community. And it just looked like they not.
Are you tired?
And when I say they terrorizing the community, I mean, they look like 2 little fuck boys. I feel like you probably raised 2 spoiled brat fuck boys is what it's given. And then that's just going off looks, y'all. That's me judging looks. I don't know these people. I have no idea. I could be completely wrong. I'm open to being wrong. They could be lovely young men, gentlemen, if you will. Charlie, give me, they didn't already did what they was gonna do out here in these streets. Okay. In this system, everybody is incentivized by money. Not when it comes to my morals. No, my morals are not incentivized by money. No. Your life, yeah, I work for money. Yeah. The type of work I do, however, is for me. So I can enjoy what I do. So it's not, you know what I mean? It is really not. Everybody is like, I get what you mean, because we do live in a capitalist society, but no. Like, I treat people well because not only do I want to be treated well, because I feel like that's the right thing to do. Like, I'm a firm believer in what you put out is what you get back. I've been somebody that's, I've been abused a lot in my life or mistreated by people. So I don't want to do that to other people because it didn't feel good when it happened to me. That's me. That's me. I don't need money to incentivize me to be a good person. You see what I'm saying? Money incentivizes me to take care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to take care of myself. Yeah. But when it comes to my morals, how I decided to live my life, the partner that I chose, all of that type of shit, money wasn't always at the forefront of my mind. And I'm glad that I made decisions based off of things other than money. Because I don't know if I would be as content or whole as a human being as I am if I were consistently always so preoccupied and worried about money, 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 money. Money comes, money goes. I have a great relationship with it. I am abundant. I always have exactly what I need, always. So I don't need to worry about something that I know will be there. You feel me? Like, you have to have a mentality that it will come, but you can't have a mentality that I'm willing to do any and everything for it. Like, that's a desperation. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you are incentivizing your children to do the right thing by way of money, you're not giving them a good enough reason to do the right thing as far as I'm concerned. You're just giving them a dangerous reason. You know what I mean? Having children out of wedlock is not where it's at. I don't know if I agree with that. And the reason why I say that is because I think y'all put a lot of, at the end of the day, the whole point of having children within wedlock should be so that you have a system already set up to help you raise said child. I think y'all put yourselves on a pedestal because you had a child in wedlock, and it's like as if that means that the man is going to help, as if it means that the marriage is going to last. Like, none of that is guaranteed simply because you had a baby in wedlock. And I know so many women that had children outside of wedlock, and life is fucking fine. Like, I'm sorry. Life is fine. I do feel like y'all romanticize marriage. And I think that exactly, marriage is not always a guarantee to anybody's relationship quality. It's not. So to me, I feel like, is it really that important for somebody to be married? Or is it more important that they have integrity, that they love and care about their kids, that they are hard workers, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, other things I feel like that have nothing to do with marriage can make a situation better than a situation where somebody is married. It just depends on the people. It depends on, how that relationship is nurtured, all of that. And I get what y'all saying. Like, we grown out here. A lot of y'all, never been married, or if you do want kids, you want it to be within the confines of a marriage. And that's great. That's awesome. And you should do whatever you want to do. But it doesn't guarantee anything. So stop pedestalizing marriage as if it's going to guarantee something that having a child out of wedlock, like, it doesn't. Yeah, marriage is not the flex that people think it is. I was honestly born out of wedlock, but they got married the following December. Yeah, I was had out of wedlock. My people had been together for 5 years. And I was born in May of 1988, and they were married in December of 1988, and they were married until my father passed away in 2009. So again, had outside of wedlock, what difference did it make? it made no difference. It made no difference in my life whether my parents were married when they conceived me or even when they had me. It made no difference. That's all. Hey, honey, thank you for the super chat. Happy New Year, Banji baby. Hold on. I had a child young and out of wedlock, and we are both functioning and positive members of society. Even her dad now gives me props for being an amazing mom, even being young. It's a lot of young women. It's a lot of you know what I'm saying? My niece is one of the most impressive young women that, I've come into contact with at 20. She'll be 25 this year. And my sister had her at 21 out of wedlock. My niece is college educated and extremely, smart. My other little cousins, like, they both were had out of wedlock. They still have great relationships with both families on both sides, but their parents were not married. Like, so what? Right. Love, patience, education. Those are the things that make the difference in a child's life, not whether people are actually married or not. Because sometimes being married just means you got two people in the house. What that mean? Like, what that mean? I just want y'all to think a little harder about these things sometimes. Like I said, this woman can do whatever the fuck she want to do. She can do whatever she want to do. It's their money. That's her children. But looking at them two niggas, they gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. And they'll just fix the problem on the back end. And the actual morals that you implemented inside of them, you know, should take hold at some point. But if it's all about money, they probably have no real care as long as they got their money. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about hurting somebody. I don't care about disrespecting somebody as long as I got my money. I got my money, so that's all that matters. Like, okay. Okay, girl. Let's move on then. Let's move on. Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm really going to need for y'all to get off Angel Reese dick.
And my best friend, she
Hold up.
She doing all this jump. And my best friend.
Don't have ass like me.
You gotta be able to move it just a little bit. She doing all this jump.
Okay. So Angel Reese, the LSU basketball star and national champion known for her on-court dominance and unapologetic confidence, has found herself at the center of controversy after a video of her twerking at the unrivaled basketball camp went viral over the weekend. Now, mind you, she's not even twerking for real. Like, they obviously are just joking and having a good time. Like, they're just joking. They're just, you know, joking around. They're young. Like, to me, it look like when you and your girls be in a room and y'all just like y'all just doing shit to make each other laugh. Like, it's not even that serious. And this goes viral. And whoever Kate said, Angel Reese, they could never make me like you. Caitlin Clark, they could never make me hate you. This feels like racism. This feels like racism right here. That's what this feels like to me. I still remember how Black men joined white men and women in the online bullying and harassment of Angel Reese, all because she was an unapologetic Black woman whose talent and personality overshadowed a white girl during the championship game. Ooh. The clip, originally shared on Instagram and TikTok, quickly amassed millions of views, ignited debates about professionalism, gender, and double standards in sports. Angel Reese is an incredible athlete, but this is gross and unnecessary racism. Racism. That I'm calling racism. That's what I'm calling. Whoever said that, racism. Another comment said, this isn't a good look for someone who's trying to be a role model. She needs to act like a champion, not a TikTok dancer. Yes, racist. You're a racist. Everybody, and if you are a Black woman that says something about her, that's internalized racism. And this nigga is thirsty. Talking about she a freak for sure. How you know she was a freak? The twerk was stiff. Like, look, like she was like I don't know how many times me and my cousins and my sisters, or you know what I'm saying, whatever, you playing around, you joking, and somebody gets it on record and puts it on live. Nobody needs to be making all of these fucking political statements about this moment in this young girl's life back. You know what I'm saying? In a locker room during camp. It's okay for LeBron James and all of them niggas that play basketball to show y'all videos of them working out together, listening to toxic music and doing whatever they do. Like, I'm sure they got videos of them trying to okay. I know they got videos of them somewhere trying to trip out. Like, this is ridiculous. And I keep telling y'all, stop doing this to Black girls. Stop doing this to us. Why the fuck we can't have fun? Why we can't joke? Why we can't dance without y'all trying to make it some political statement on our professionalism? Like, give me a fucking break. This is ridiculous. The fact that this even went viral, the fact that this even became a topic of conversation, it's ridiculous. And every single person that has something negative to say about that 2-second clip of that girl joking around in a locker room at camp, you're a racist or you're a hater. You can choose whichever one you want to align yourself with. But at the end of the day, I said what the fuck I said. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are tripping. Y'all are wilding. And I wish y'all would get off of Angel Reese's dick. That's all I'm going to say. I'm tired of y'all. Let's move on. So Beyonce ganked the fuck out of everybody. The January 14th announcement will be postponed to a later date. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me tell y'all. I feel like she could have came out with this shit as soon as she realized that they wasn't going to give the state, they wasn't going to give us whatever they were supposed to give us. It's another tour. It's another tour, or is it the release? Like, we don't know what it's supposed to be, but Ashley Shy Miller, shout out to my girl. Y'all know she is a Beyonce stan. Okay. And she said Beyonce ain't tell y'all hoes to stay up last night anyway. But either way, she, it's probably a tour. They were going to announce the tour, but because of what's going on in LA with the wildfires, she has decided, to just take a beat. Okay. And, y'all join the efforts, impact to go to Please Visit, Be Good, and Beyonce, love B. Okay. The January 14th announcement will be postponed to a later date due to the devastation caused by the ongoing wildfires around areas of Los Angeles. I continue to pray for healing and rebuilding for the families suffering from trauma and loss. We are so blessed to have brave first responders who continue to work tirelessly to protect the Los Angeles community. To join our efforts in supporting those impacted, please visit at Be Good, Love B. Y'all know I be trying to do her voice right. Y'all be trying to do her voice. I swear, I love her. But yeah, girl, I appreciate the sensitivities, but you can just drop the tour schedule in my DMs so I can plan my life. Child, Ashley said, now y'all hoes can save y'all money. Just like, oh my God. I don't care, Beyonce. Do whatever you gonna fucking do, and then I'm gonna decide later if I wanna have my energy zonk for 3.5, 4 hours at a concert. Girl, I'm telling y'all, the Renaissance tour was amazing, but when I tell y'all I don't never need to do it again. I don't never need to do it again. Y'all stop being like so glued in. Stop being so glued in when it comes to this lady. Calm down. Okay? I need everybody to calm the fuck down. All right, let's move on, y'all. Mayetta is talking about Neo again. Let's hear what she got to say.
People don't know this, but I was actually supposed to be on years ago when I was engaged to
Neo.
Yep, it's Neo. And we were going to do it. We agreed, but he came back because his team manager was like, "Oh no, it's not going to be good for your career." And I chose family. Yeah, I chose family. It was my decision because I could have been.
I chose family. You didn't choose family. You didn't choose family. You chose that nigga. Y'all, I really want y'all to stop doing this. I want y'all to stop doing this, girl. It work on my nerves so much. Because y'all act like, oh, it's family. It's family. It's not family. It's the man. It's not family. It's the man. So you literally, girl, you know why though? And I'm so happy that Mayetta has moved on to that fine white man that she with. Because when I tell y'all, I am so tired of hearing about all the ways that Mayetta sacrificed herself and things that she wanted for Neo's big head, philandering, whoring ass. And then for her, I chose family. Girl, you did not choose family. You chose this ignorant nigga that you was with.
Like, sorry, I'm doing it anyway.
And mind you, he didn't even marry you. You was out here acting like a wife. And I mean, because at the end of the day, I value marriage depending on the marriage, right? But I know how all y'all talk about marriage. As we just finished talking about how marriage is pedestalized, right? But I do want y'all to adopt to memory. Do not make personal self-sacrifices for motherfuckers that haven't even committed themselves to you.
But like, I'm like, okay, well, I definitely don't want to
whatever that commitment may look like. But let me let her finish.
Ruin your career, like you keeping everything going right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking of the family, like, you know, I wouldn't dare, you know? So I'm like, but then I was like, hold on, if I would have known we weren't going to be together much longer, I should have did the damn show.
He ended up leaving anyway. Like, come on.
So I was like, yeah, but everything happens for a reason, honestly. And so when it came back around, and when I say my husband is so supportive, like just I'm his biggest cheerleader. Because yeah, like all his jobs and everything that he gets and businesses, I'm there like cheering him on. And when I say the way he cheers me on,
really,
and supports me is out of this
even in the
world.
show, he's supportive of
girl. He's like, if this is what you want to do, let's do it. Like that's what you gonna do, you know. And a lot of people don't know this.
But let's be fucking for real, Mayetta. The time to do it passed. The time to do it was when you was in the messy marriage. I mean, the messy relationship with that big head ass nigga. That was when you should have did it. Nobody cares now. No, I'm just saying. I'm just being for real. I like Mayetta. Mayetta seems like a good person, a fun girl, but on a reality show, nobody cares because your life is good. They want to see you be rich. Yeah, I want to see you party. You could be friend of, but the time to have been on the show was when your actual personal life was messy, and you chose Neo over that. Just like you went and got your tubes tied and burnt because of Neo. And to me, it just annoys me so much that she did so much shit for this man. Like, please don't do this. Please, women, stop thinking that you making. If you want to do something, do it. He'll be okay. If you want to do something, do it. Girl, you married now. Stop disrespecting your husband. How does she disrespect her husband? Neo ain't talking, ain't nobody to talk about. He's in a poly relationship. Some conversations aren't even worth the embarrassment. I don't know who this person is, but I don't know how she disrespected her husband because she brought Neo up. You know, they shared children together. Like, I'm sure her husband has heard her talk about him before. I don't know how that's disrespectful, but y'all make shit up in y'all minds in order to make women be, you know, the bad guy in situations a lot of the time. That's why y'all always, you know, anything a woman do, oh, you embarrassing him. You emasculating him. Girl, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Bobby. She made a lot of sacrifice for that relationship. Look, she was always giving up things for him. Like, look, there are so many of us in the comments. Like, to me, Mayetta will always be a cautionary tale of doing any and everything to keep some big head ass nigga happy. Stop. Don't do it. Cause how you didn't know y'all was gonna break up? He had been cheating on you. Girl, let me move on. I'm just glad that Mayetta has moved on and she's with somebody that supports her. I don't know how that was disrespectful. I need y'all to stop with the bullshit. Let's move on. Okay. So I don't know if y'all know, but apparently somebody somewhere thought it would be a good idea for Nene to have a podcast with Sierra Gates. And I think I might have mentioned it. Okay. It's Papa Magazine featured them on the magazine, I guess. Oh, no, this is just for the just a post from their page. Let me see. It will premiere January 16th. So it's premiering what is that, Friday? That's Friday, y'all. I think that's Friday. What's the day? The 14th, Tuesday, 15, Wednesday, 16, Thursday. Okay, no, that's Thursday. Okay. Sierra, I connected through our mutual love. Okay, so they're gonna have, oh girl. I'm sorry. But it was something very scary about clicking and getting to this picture and looking at Nene's face, looking like, I don't know. Nene's face just looks like there used to be more space in between her nose and her upper lip. That's what it looked like. It looked like there used to be more space in between her nose and her upper lip. I also feel like the fact that she don't have no nose on the sides, like, I know the girls like to have little bitty noses, but I low-key feel like, girl, you need a little nose on the side. It is making your face look empty. And Sierra, girl, the lips. My God, girl. It looked like when them things get sucked inside a glass bottle and you pull them out and that's what it looked like, girl. It's like, All right, girl, do whatever y'all want to do. But yeah, they have a podcast coming out. I don't know who asked for this. All I know is how Sierra talks. I don't know how we're going to get through a whole podcast of Sierra talking like this. Like, girl, let me hear what they said.
I love Peter. So
do you reach out to people like when you see like Porsha going through a divorce or anything?
Hold up, my bad, y'all.
I love Peter. So
do you reach out to people like when you see like Porsha going through a divorce or anything?
Yes. So when Porsha was going through her divorce, you know, she was married to Simon. I was dating Yanni. They're both African guys. They hung out together. We hung out. We double dated and all those things. And I was talking to her during that time, and I was doing this show called The Upshaws, and she kind of was like, she didn't want to do the Upshaws with me. She didn't tell me that. She told the production crew, and the production told us that, you know.
Is that true? I don't believe Porsha.
It's the truth.
Really?
It's
don't
the
seem
truth.
like that type. Porsha not catty like
Where
that.
she is.
Something happened a little bit? Like
she did that. Nothing happened. She did that. She said that. That's the truth.
So you did it.
I did it. They brought in Cynthia Bailey the next day, and Cynthia shot the scene with me.
Oh, supposed to be you and Porsha.
It was supposed to be Porsha and I. I did not know that, and I don't think Porsha knew that until we arrived to set. That we were both going to be shooting a scene together. And
so Porsha was on set.
Yeah, she was on set the day before. She had gone in to do her fittings and things, and I gone in the next day to do my fitting. And the following day we were going to shoot the scene, and Porsha didn't show up, and they went scrambling, and they ended up flying Cynthia Bailey in, and she did it. But Porsha did do that. Now that's the honest truth. It doesn't really matter to me. I haven't spoken to her since. I don't have.
How long ago was it?
I don't know. It's been months. The show just aired. Like
I saw it. I saw the episode that she's talking about, and it was really, really funny. Honestly, I don't know why Porsha decided not to take on this opportunity because Nene was there. It makes me feel like she thought Nene was going to upstage her. I'm gonna just tell y'all, Porsha is not really good at anything besides looking good. Like, she tries to sing, she's not a good singer. It doesn't matter how much Shamia takes her along for the ride, girl, she can't sing. She's just beautiful. That's it. That Porsha's beautiful. The money and the few surgeries that she has had have done her well. She is a gorgeous showman's piece, but she's not talented for real. Like, I'm talking about as far as acting or, you know, vocalize. Like, she's just not as talented to me as Nene can be. And I think that because Nene was on this, it probably made her feel like Nene wasn't going to, Nene was going to, you know, upstage her. That's what I think. She thought Nene was going to upstage her. And I believe that because of that, she decided not to do it. She hasn't given us any other reason why she would not take this opportunity, but it was stupid. It was stupid. Hey, Talia, what's up, boo? Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Bondi. Looking at Sierra makes me think about the brat dolls and their lips. Yes, no, that's exactly what she looks like. She's like a brat doll. She do look like that. Oh, goodness. Oh, I feel like she didn't want to be associated. Okay. Now that's a good point too. That's a good point. Do you think that maybe she didn't, you know, want to piss Bravo off? But I'm like, NBC Universal is already working with Lanithia. So I don't understand how that really would have harmed her opportunities. But either way, I don't look for Porsha to make sense all the time because she don't. Nobody. She was mad that Nene was still talking to Simon after the divorce. Oh. Girl, that's a reason to miss out on a check. and an opportunity to be on a Netflix show. Okay. Steely Heat, thank you for becoming a member, boo. Girl, listen. Porsha was mad she was still hanging with Simon. Got it. I didn't even remember that she was broken up with Simon by that time. So many things have happened since then. But either way, I'm just like, Porsha be acting dumb sometimes, girl. Just acting real slow. Oh, girl. Let's okay. So y'all know I have not been talking about Diddy lately because I'm exhausted. I'm tired, girl. I don't feel like it. But apparently, Poor Minds has Saucy Santana. Okay, I had never seen them before. They did a podcast with Super recently, but they giving content, girl. Okay, so they came through with the Saucy Santana interview. Let's listen.
So do you feel like she handled the situation like she was supposed to?
I feel like she could have been more vocal, but that is just Karisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta prove to y'all. Think what you want. Whatever I say. When we did the interview, everybody got so mad. I said, "How are y'all mad at her about the truth?"
They felt like she didn't say enough.
The truth. No, y'all mad at her truth.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Girl, no. What everybody was mad about is that we had just saw a video of him fucking Cassie, and she made no comments about that, and she literally acted as if she has no knowledge of this type of energy from Diddy. But we remember her conversation with old girl talking about Diddy, Diddy will make you eat my coochie because you a eater. Y'all remember that? So it's given, you could have kept this if you wasn't gonna say shit. That's what it is. Nobody's mad about her truth. That's the stupid shit y'all say whenever y'all don't want to keep it a book about the fact that you decided to capitalize off a situation and you wasn't even really ready to talk about it yet. You could have kept that shit for yourself. She came back out and did a couple of podcasts, and I feel like I ain't really seen her since, which made me feel like you really did that to try to separate yourself from Diddy. But it didn't work because all you did was make excuses for him and say how y'all really loved each other and he really put you on. That nigga don't really love nobody, bitch. I don't care what you talking about. You don't know what love is if you think y'all really loved each other. Y'all trauma bonded because that's what controlling abusive men do with women. They trauma bond with them. Tell you they sad sob story so you can get sad and bring up your sad sob story too. Let me let him finish. But to me, all that fucking screaming and hollering and said we was mad about her truth. No, nobody was mad about her truth because it wasn't the truth.
I'm mad because y'all wanted to say, he beat me. No, he didn't.
No, nobody wanted her to say that. What they probably wanted her to say was what he did in that video was wild. And he ain't never did no shit like that to me. But that was not okay. That was not cool.
Sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't take away from what he has done and what we have seen.
No, you're right. It's like people wanted her to say more, or
people wanted her to
have
say
a more
what they wanted
situation.
To hear. People wanted her to say what they wanted to hear.
I agree.
People wanted her to say, because even it was just so funny. Like even to this day, and I don't know what he did in the past or whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of that I see was making weird comments. Show.
So do you feel like she handled the situation?
I was around, and then it was show at them parties.
How that was tweeting.
Yes, and
we saw what he did, and we know what we did. It's there in black and white. Like we know who this person is at this point.
No, well, I feel like we only saw the video of him in that hotel.
Yeah,
all of these other things that
did we need more than that? Did we need more than that? I feel like we didn't need more than the video of him kicking Cassie while she was down. He's shouting because he wants so badly to speak up for his friend. Also, I feel like, so you gonna act like you ain't been down there to none of the parties, Saucy? Because I'm gonna tell y'all right now. You know what I think, huh? You know what I think, huh? I think Diddy fucked both of them.
People keep saying still to this day it's not proven. Mm. They keep denying the bail, but nobody's bringing no evidence. Like,
what do you mean they keep denying the bail, but nobody's bringing no evidence? Sir, that is an actual case. You are conflating two different things. You're conflating the FBI having a RICO charge on him and arresting him and holding him without bail. There's absolute evidence. There's literally, the video is evidence, sir. But all the other shit, if you think them people didn't have evidence before they went and bust down his door waving the 4-4, you fucking tripping. At this point, you defending daddy too. And honestly, you in my mind, Diddy absolutely told Karisha to call Saucy and have Saucy come over because he wanted to have a conversation with Saucy. And that conversation might have ended with Saucy getting banged out over a piano or some shit by Diddy while Karisha was somewhere in a corner watching.
It had got to a point where you could wake up and say, Diddy did this to me. And it was set in stone.
To be fair, I feel like they're denying the bill. They keep denying the bill because he's a flight risk. That's true because if they let him free,
look, he won't even let them speak. He won't even let them speak because he has to defend. You're not even defending Karisha. You're defending Diddy, which makes me feel like you probably fucked him too.
Literally,
but even still, when I started seeing people started lying on Karisha, and started saying she did, I was like, I said, so this is a trend now.
Lying on Karisha. Who lied on Karisha? Who lied on Karisha? Because essentially, we saw tweets from Karisha before any of this came out that let us know she was rolling like a bottom bitch. Meaning, I know what my nigga do, and I'm cool with what my nigga do because he do it to other bitches. He don't do that shit to me. But see, I actually believe he actually did put hands on her. I do. Yeah, he maybe not didn't kick you in the back of the fucking head, but there was some text messages. And they never said who it was with and all of that, where somebody was saying, you know, why you gotta act like that? You disrespecting me like I'm not somebody's child. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you start, drinking or whatever, you start acting like this, da-da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, y'all can act like Diddy not the person that he is because y'all have not experienced that version of him. And I'm telling you, that's fucking cap. That's cap.
Yeah.
And that's
was around.
That's why I said I'm not gonna lie. I never defended.
I think
Diddy,
unfortunately,
but I
she's
think
just been associated.
Exactly.
With
That was my issue.
Yeah,
leave Karisha alone.
Leave her alone because now I'm like.
That's why I said I'm not gonna lie.
No, we're not. Like I'm not up here in Karisha's comments. Please know this. Okay, I don't really give a fuck. But when you're talking about leave Karisha out of it, Karisha put herself in it when she got her fucking ass on Twitter and told that girl that you a eater. And if Diddy tell you to eat me out, that's what you gonna do. When she said that shit online, she let us know she was a part of whatever the fuck was going on. And y'all gonna stop playing in our face about that shit. You can delete tweets all the fuck you want to, but we was all here and alive when it happened. So no. Karisha could have kept that interview. All of y'all could have kept that interview. If she wasn't going to come out and say shit, the way to go is not to say anything at all. But don't get up there and act like you about to say something so you can garner people to come and tune in. All for you not to say shit, but he helped you get on and he put you in a position so you ain't gonna never really disrespect him like that because y'all really loved each other and you don't know what happened before you. But when we was together, I never experienced nothing like that. Yes, you did. You experienced him telling other women to do it. You experienced him doing it to other women. He just maybe didn't do you like he did them other women. Or he does do you how he do them other women, but not the same way. Because see, if you a bottom bitch, I'ma fuck you up in private. You a bottom bitch, I'ma fuck you up in private. But when we in front of everybody, I'ma play it a little cooler. But see, them other bitches, I'ma disrespect the piss out of them in front of you to make you feel like you're getting a respect that I'm not giving them. So that means you matter more to me than they do. That's the mind fuck. But what I'm going to keep needing for everybody to understand that anybody that'll do the shit that Diddy did, he's not a good person to anybody. You just haven't met the real him yet. But it's a lot of, yes, it's pimp game. And I saw a lot of y'all saying Florida. Absolutely. And I'm not saying it's like I'm not from, New Orleans, but child, when I tell y'all, I I ain't never fucking with no Florida bitches ever again. That's what I mean. Oh, I know. It's only gonna take a little time, child. It's gonna take a little time. His money gonna have to run out. And she gonna have to need another opportunity. Or she might need to capitalize. So she gonna save her shit until she could really capitalize off of it. If I were her, I wouldn't have said shit, and I would have waited until the trial and all of that shit was over. And if that nigga was in jail for 20 years, when I tell y'all I'm writing a book about my time with Diddy and it's about to be on the New York Times bestsellers list. If I was Karisha, girl, I'd have been journaling like motherfucking Moesha. Today, Diddy took me shopping. And while we were shopping, he disappeared in one of the rooms of one of the male sales associates for like 15 minutes. And I didn't know where he went, but I figure I know what's going on. But I'm going to just mind my business because that nigga was paying for all of it anyway. Either way, after that, you know, we got in the limo and we left. And I sucked his dick on the way back to the mansion. And then we picked up like two girls who I don't really fuck with like that. But you know, it's his limo. He paying. So I'm just going. You know what I'm saying? He made them two hoes eat me out, y'all. I ain't even know. I enjoyed it though. And then he was looking at me in my eyes the whole time. Like, oh my God. Ugh. Girl, the stuff he be having me doing, I don't even understand. I don't understand why I be doing all of that, because I would never do that if I was with another nigga. But he just make me do. Am I addicted to him? It might be a little bit of that pink cocaine he gave me, because that was real nice, you know? But anyway, Dear Diary, I love him. I think Saucy's coming over later. I'm sorry. The Moesha music playing in the background, bitch. Look. All right, I'm done, y'all. Murder Zero. Thank you for becoming a member, love. Thank you. They be full of shit. I don't care what nobody's saying. All right, so y'all know that I was going back and forth with people about Travis Hunter and his little girlfriend and how y'all was bullying them people online, and y'all really needed to just mind y'all fucking business, because if there's something that it's something that NFL, NBA, sports, you know, figures gonna do, they gonna find some, you know, racially ambiguous young woman to impregnate and or marry and or leave their money to. That's what they gonna do, people. And Black people, I'm gonna need for y'all to stop being emotionally bothered by that. Because in all honesty, y'all turn into the very thing that y'all hate about white people with the way y'all act about non-Black women in these relationships with men that y'all want to pedestalize. Because y'all treat Black women like shit anyway. Like, it's low-key crazy how many Black women will be somewhere online defending some Black man talking about he should have had a Black woman, meaning that the Black woman would have got her ass beat and stayed quiet about it. He should have had a Black woman, meaning that he could have cheated on a Black woman and she would have just stayed and was quiet and preserved his image all so that she can get a check. But then whenever the women are actually about that check more than love, y'all call them gold diggers and get mad. Y'all need to pick a fucking side. But let me hear what Deion Sanders, Travis Hunter's coach, said, because I think a lot of y'all may have misinterpreted what he said. But let me listen.
Advice did you give him? Because you've seen it.
Yeah.
You've been in the pressure cooker.
Don't stop.
Don't stop.
See,
did it hurt you when he had to deactivate his account?
It hurt me that he did.
Really?
Because what the enemy wants you to do is stop. I don't hunt. And I don't kill. I don't do that. But I'm a country boy that lives on a ranch. And I understand with the wild hogs that come and ravage my property and the deer that runs, and I don't let nobody touch them. But when people want to harm them, they harm them because they get a clean shot and they steal. When you moving, it's hard to get a good shot at you if you keep on moving. And when somebody stays still, now you got a chance to attack, and I hate the stillness of that.
That's bad advice, but
keep on moving. Don't let the enemy get you where you steal and you having a pity party on yourself. I'm like, no, dog, let's go. Let's
Is that what you told him?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. You have endorsements. You have people that are sponsoring you to talk about their product.
Yeah.
We can't deactivate. We got to activate right now. Right.
Okay. So I think that Deion is purposefully not speaking on the girlfriend. But what he did say is that people, and he meant y'all. Y'all think he meant, some of y'all think that he was talking about the girlfriend. He wasn't talking about the girlfriend. He was talking about y'all people on social media that has so much to say about whatever that young man is doing in his relationship with his girlfriend, his fiancé, that y'all were bombarding his Instagram with unsolicited advice. Be fucking for real. Do you want unsolicited advice about your relationship from fucking strangers? Be for real. No, you don't. No, you don't. His advice was bad. And I hate when people, like, you don't want to speak plainly, so you're going to speak in euphemisms and all of that shit. We've all heard about, you know, you got to keep moving so they can't get you in a, you know, they can't really shoot you if you moving around and zigzagging and shit. Okay, cool. But in real life, you have to be introspective. You have to think about your choices in your life and your decisions and where you are. And that takes stillness. So for you to tell this boy that he doesn't need to be still because somebody gonna shoot him if he's still, like, that's stupid advice. He does need to go sit his ass down and turn off social media and think about himself and his life without anybody else's input. What do you want to do? But no, I wouldn't be deactivating if I have money to make off product. No, I'm just going to turn the comments off. I'm just going to turn the comments off. And then I'm going to turn the notifications off. That's all you got to do. When this is a business for you, all you got to do is post, close the comments, turn off the notifications. That's it. But to me, I feel like this relationship, didn't you say that Travis was probably cheating on her? Yeah, of course. They're both 20-somethings. I don't even think they should be engaged or about to get married right now. I don't. I think he should be a young man out here living his life. And I think she needs to be a young woman out here living her life. But that was not good advice. He needs to sit still sometimes so that he can sit with himself and decide what he wants to do versus listening to you, listening to the girlfriend, listening to his family, listening to the coach, whoever he's allowing to tell him what to do or affect his decision making. He absolutely needs to be a young man that can put all of that to the side and just be to himself and figure out what he wants. That was not good advice. That was not good advice. Okay? Just like y'all getting online telling that boy to break up with his girlfriend was not good advice. You know why? Because he don't want to break up with her. He should break up with her when he's ready to break up with her. It should happen when they're ready for it to happen, not the internet, because y'all be in similar relationships with less to lose. So yeah, I don't think it was good advice. Exactly. I feel like your 20s are for self-discovery. I don't think 20-something should be getting married. Okay, especially not prior to 25. Like, no, I'm sorry. I don't think that anybody should be getting married prior to 25. I don't care who they are. Be single. Live your life. Figure out what you want, what you like. Experience people. Date. Move around. But also be able to be self-reflective. Sit your ass down, sit still, be quiet, cut off all distractions, and think about what you want personally. And then leave everybody else's opinions and advice at the gate. The advice he gave wasn't good. Him and his girlfriend also need to stop arguing in public. They be arguing in public? Because if y'all are talking about that video, they were not arguing. They weren't arguing. She said, well, what you want me to do? You want me to stay here? Like, what you want me to do? I feel like social media takes the smallest moments in people's lives and just really blows it up and out of proportion. And it's to always fit some type of fucked up narrative that y'all want to perpetuate. Right? Y'all want to perpetuate that the racially ambiguous girl don't really like him, that, you know, these black young men, you know, they don't need to be getting held down by these, you know, white-esque women. But the truth of the matter is, you can't dictate what they do. They're going to do what they're going to do. And if that's their value system, that's their value system. Let them figure it out on their own. Like, I'm being for real. Y'all be doing too much. Everybody can have an opinion, especially if you put your shit on Front Street. Everybody can have an opinion. But the way motherfuckers was making like these grandiose statements to Travis Hunter, these old ass men, like, really? Really? All of y'all have fucked over some woman somewhere, left some child somewhere, and you have the audacity to act as if you know better. So you're going to get online and tell Travis what he need to do. Yeah, it was dogpiling. Yeah, people be doing too much lately. Like, y'all really been doing the most lately. Speaking of dogpiling and doing the most lately, where is that? This shit. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I know that everybody, you know, is feeling a way about this white lady and her out with a book on Twitch. But I'm going to tell y'all doing too much. It's not that serious. Being online, questioning whether she has something to do with his death is too fucking much. And y'all are actively online doing that. So when Twitch's stepdaughter and Allison's daughter gets online to defend her mom because she's seeing way too many comments that are pissing her off, y'all are talking about she needs to stay in a child's place. Bitch, defending my mama is a child's place. What you talking about? Defending my mom to you weirdos online is a child's place. That's my mama.
Stepdad's been gone for 2 years and I'm still getting hate comments. A lot of articles are coming out and I don't like this one. The way they melted what she was saying together annoyed me. These are all people that I've grown up with. And to see them now act different for social media, it's like, I don't know. And I'm trying to be respectful, but I just think it's complicated because I speak to Steven's moms. Like my mom and her were speaking weekly at some point. And I don't know if it's still like that. Like, me and my mom haven't talked about it, but since Steven died, I feel like I've seen his family more than when he was alive. We would only see them once or twice a year, but you guys have to understand that.
So they were already only seeing these kids once or twice a year.
It's because they live in another state.
They live in another state. So it's not like they live 20 minutes away and you're not letting the grandmama see her grandchildren. And that's what a lot of y'all are online caping for, right? The thought that, oh, she's just not letting them see the kid. Girl, okay.
Like, and things happen. Like, we literally live in another state and it's not like we're neighbors. It's not like we could just see them whenever we wanted. And now, like, my mom's constantly making the effort so that the kids are a part of, or not the kids are a part of their, wait, I was about to mess up my words. So the kids are a part of their lives. And my mom, these are all people that effort. I don't make the effort, but that's just how I am. I feel disrespected by them, so I'm not going to talk to them. There were points where like the brothers would reach out to me, like my uncles and Connie, they'd be texting me, but I don't talk to them anymore. I feel completely disrespected. They've gone on social media saying that blood's thicker than whatever, and that's a direct dig at me and my mom. And if you don't see me as Steven's daughter, that's cool. That's like, take it how you want. That I know for a fact that's never how he saw it, and it's literally just hurtful. Effort. I don't make the effort, but that's just, y'all love to argue about the NDAs. Basically, not backstory, because like that's what the whole story is, but in one day we had an open casket like viewing for Steven. We had a funeral and then we had a wake. And my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Steven's body, because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of Steven and put it on the internet, or shared it with somebody else. That's the type of things that NDAs are for. It's not so you can never talk about Steven. You can't ever talk about, you grieving him. You can't post about it. That's not what it is. And for all the people saying it, I just feel like you're uneducated. I'm sorry, but like truly, I'm fed up because NDAs are so important. And if you guys don't agree, that's cool. I'm grateful for my mom making.
Okay, so hold up. I just want to point this out. They wasn't attacking that little girl, only her mom. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you are attacking my mom, you're attacking me. I don't even understand what type of relationship y'all got with y'all mama where y'all would be okay with people dogpiling on your mom. I really don't understand it. But I know y'all, I'm sorry. Nobody's ever gonna play with Tanya like that. Okay? That's just how I feel. And to me, this is very much of what happens in the house stays at the house. There are some themes here that Black people have a hard time with being open and honest about. Black people do not like being open and honest about childhood trauma such as molestation. And you don't like being open and honest about depression, or if somebody unalive themselves because of their depression, because you view that as weak. Especially in a Black man, you would view that as him being weak. So essentially, I believe off rip, y'all are mad about the white lady telling the story because it's a white lady telling a story, and there are a whole bunch of themes in there about this Black family that may not be good. Like y'all allowed for something to happen to Twitch when he was a child, or that y'all could possibly put a picture of him from a casket online, because people have done that. And another thing, y'all act like Facebook is not full. Facebook is full of families telling everybody's fucking business and posting pictures of dead bodies at funerals. Facebook is full of that shit. So to me, I feel like, and I said it from the beginning, it's obvious the mom, Allison, had them sign an NDA because I don't know who might post something, and I have a book coming out, so I don't want y'all putting no stories out about Steven until I put my story out about Steven, because I'm his wife of 15 years, and that's my fucking husband. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. But I'm going to have to feel like if the wife matters, like everybody acts like the wife is supposed to matter, she should have the first right to put out anything. She should have the first right to decide on how things happen at a funeral. And I feel like in that audio and we're going to finish this and then go to that audio of the brother, but they're trying to prove, I don't know what they're trying to prove, but you signed the NDA. You signed the NDA, you saw the body, it's over now. Y'all trying to make her look like she a bad person for making y'all sign the NDA. I don't care. I don't care. That's not automatically a signifier that somebody is not a good person because they had a family where it's a famous person and you got your, somewhat probably some broke ass family members showing up to a funeral. They ain't talked to Steven in 5 years, but they're going to show up to the funeral because he famous and they want to see what's going on. Y'all act like families don't do shit like that all the time.
Making sure that everybody signed NDAs. Y'all love to argue about the NDAs. Basically, not backstory, because like that.
Yes, absolutely, Morgan. You could absolutely not want pictures of your husband's dead body out on the internet, but could absolutely write a book about your life with him and what happened with him after the fact. Yes. Those two things can happen at the same time, y'all. I'm sorry. Yes, and people sell photos all the time. That's why I'm so confused about why y'all acting like this doesn't happen. People do this shit all the time. Telling everyone Twitch got his booty taken is evil. I think that your wording is crass and fucked up, and I don't agree. I think that if anybody was looking for answers about why Twitch took his life, then that would be an answer. That he was a grown man that was suffering through dealing with molestation. And maybe if he had talked about it, went to therapy and dealt with it, he might still be here. It doesn't matter. And that's another thing. We'll get to that. But apparently Twitch didn't really trust his mama like that. I think it's funny that y'all are automatically taking his family's side as if he did not build a life with this woman and her child and the 2 children that they had. Like, he seemed to be closer to them than he was to his actual family.
That's what the whole story is. But in one day, we had an open casket like viewing for Steven. We had a funeral, and then we had a wake. And my mom asked for NDAs to be signed when we were seeing Steven's body, because God forbid somebody that went to that took a photo of Steven and put it on the internet, or, you know, shared it with somebody else. That's the type of things that NDAs are for. It's not so. That whole day was supposed to be beautiful, and instead it was less than that. Like, we were gonna say our goodbyes, and instead people were yelling at each other and bashing my mom, and like, that's a day that's taken away from her, and she can't remember it as being the day that we all wanted it to be, because his family was making it otherwise. And like, when I say that this day, like, it's imprinted onto my brain.
So basically what she's saying is that even though y'all were not there because y'all didn't give a fuck before everybody got mad about this book, at the funeral, it seems as if his family showed up and was maybe mad about the NDAs. Maybe it was the fact that they never liked that white lady that Steven married. But either way, they got into it at the funeral. So to me, it's giving, I'm sorry, y'all, whether she was black or white, it's giving ghetto family members. It's giving ghetto family members, baby. It's giving family members that will post a picture or sell a picture of him to a blog site. Is, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving.
Like, one, because I had to say goodbye to the person that I loved and valued. But then on top of that, I'm having to deal with seeing my mom go through so much. Like, it's a different type of hurt, because these are people that we're supposed to love and value, and yet they're constantly doing things that make me see them as like less. Like, they're the ones impacting that image, but they're also the ones taking onto social media. So I just don't get it, because that whole day was supposed to, I don't know where it started, but I'm constantly getting comments being like, your mom didn't let Connie see the body for 3 weeks and something like that. But it's like, everybody who wanted to see the body had access to that information. My mom didn't want to. My mom, she stayed out of that. My mom didn't want anything to do, because that's a traumatizing thing. And so somebody else had that information to go and see Steven's body from after he died until he was like, you know, like they fixed up how he looked and stuff. But until that point, I remember like conversations being had of like Connie asking about it, but then everybody, literally everybody, being like advising against it, because that's your son, you might not want to go see him. But with that all being said, she could have completely on her own terms gone and seen him. My mom wasn't withholding information. I don't know where it started. My mom never said that Steven was an addict.
She didn't. We actually went over the interview in my last video and we listened to what she said. She never called him an addict. She said that when she was trying to find something to dress him in for the funeral, she found things that made her feel like, oh my God, he must have been really having a hard time. And I had no idea. A lot of y'all blamed her for that. And I'm like, y'all know that that's not how that works in real life. In real life, people hide whatever they want to hide. And it doesn't mean that they don't love or care about the person that they're in a relationship with. People hide things because of their own shame and guilt. And it's very weird when y'all start to act outside of what we know to be true about certain situations so that you can villainize somebody. Y'all don't pay attention to words. You don't pay attention to details. You get mad and you get upset and you get online and you bully and say crazy shit about people because you feel like you're screaming into an empty void. And there are actual people on the other side of some of this shit that y'all are saying. And I'm not one of them people that, you know, I'm not caping for nobody. I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna call shit how I see it.
Let me say that. Never said that he was an addict. But if y'all want to take a headline for a news article and turn that into being the thing that you're paying attention to most, that's literally
on you. Okay. And then it was this cousin or niece or whoever who
a moment
and talk real bad about the lady. and then the brother. And there've been a lot of people speaking bad about this lady. So I don't know this lady. She's one of the worst people in the world. I'm telling y'all, based on what is out there, that's not what I'm seeing based on what's out there. But essentially, Twitch is gone now. What are you upset about? So
Cool to make his mama sign an NDA to see his body.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
I would do it again. I would do it again every single day for the rest of my life if I needed to.
To see his
I would
body.
do it again and again and again.
Why would she need to sign an NDA to see his body?
Great. But also, I don't understand how y'all don't understand that Stevens even asked her to do it.
He didn't ask her to sign.
I would do it again. I would do it again every single day for the rest of my life if I needed to.
You hear that?
So yes, she's saying she would do it every single day. She would make she does not feel away because look at you. You are literally online right now posting a conversation that y'all had in private online for clout and attention. So to me, that tells me that y'all are a group of people that she absolutely had to worry about bringing something to the internet because y'all are doing exactly what she was worried about y'all doing.
You hear that?
Again and again and again.
Why would she need to sign an NDA to see his body?
Great. But also, I don't understand how y'all don't understand.
I got your ass. I told you. He didn't ask her to sign the NDA.
What did you get? What is the gotcha moment? She made y'all sign an NDA. It's not like she's saying she didn't.
NDA to see his body.
What's this?
Do you understand what I'm
also,
saying?
did anyone ever tell you?
What's this?
In a party.
Why do you keep cutting off what she's saying when she's answering you? That's another thing.
The NDA for a party. The NDAs for a party.
And asking his mother to
No.
party?
It's not the same thing. I have had the NDA to go to the funeral. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I just said Stevens asked her, have to sign an NDA. No. Did you know this?
That's different than signing.
It's not different. It's not different. What she's saying, and he's he's chopping up what she's saying, like literally sliding through and picking the points that he wants y'all to hear to prove his point, which is no point to be proven. Yeah, she made y'all sign an NDA. We heard. But to me, it sounds like she's saying he made his mom sign an NDA before. When he was still alive, he made his mom sign an NDA. So to me, what that says is Twitch already low-key don't trust his family like that. He's just not here to defend the wife against what y'all are saying. But it sounds like to me, and he didn't dispute it. He literally said, but that's not the same. It is the same. If at some point we had something going on and y'all family was going to come, it's not different. It's not different. It's not different, y'all. Making somebody sign an NDA means I don't trust that this person won't say or do something that I don't want them to do. So I'm going to have them sign an NDA. Signing an NDA to come to a party is no different than having them sign an NDA to come to the funeral. I don't want y'all taking pictures and videos and putting them out there. I don't want this on social media. That to me, that's what that tells me. That they didn't want it on social media. He didn't want it. He didn't want whatever was going on social media before. But to me, if this lady is saying in this audio that Twitch made his own mama sign an NDA at some point, why are y'all getting that upset about her doing the exact same thing in his death? Sounds to me that she's moving exactly like he would have wanted her to move. That's what it sounds like to me.
And that's no. That came from Steven.
You would never post a picture of Steven in the day, right? Steven in the casket, right?
Why are you asking her that? You would never post a picture of Steven. And why are you asking her that? Why are you asking her that? To me, you're trying to create issue in this conversation. That's all I hear. At the end of the day, they asked y'all to sign the NDA. Did you sign the NDA or did you not? Did you sign it? Did you see did you come to the funeral? It's over. Why are we still arguing about it? And to me, the way the family has come to the internet in order to speak on Allison, to speak on Twitch and all of this, it's obvious why y'all had to sign NDAs, because y'all don't know how to keep shit off the internet. I'm sorry. That's the way I see it. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, but I'm also in the industry and I know that. And also, I don't know all the people that were in that way. By the way, because you're asking this question trying to set me up. I didn't know the people that were.
I'm asking you. You would never post a picture.
You can tell by the tone of the way you're asking her shit that this conversation is going to be used later on to prove that she's some bad person because she had y'all sign an NDA. Get the fuck over it. Get over it. Y'all had to sign an NDA.
And one,
to me, the daughter looks biracial. I don't feel like it matters. At the end of the day, this is Steven. That's the lady he chose to be married to 13 years. And I also feel like when they talk about, oh, she took his name off of her TikTok, she was probably angry with him. Y'all act like it's not like a common occurrence for people to get upset once somebody that they are, connected to unalives themselves. You feel angry at some point. The daughter's white. Okay, like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. She looked like she got naturally curly hair anyway. But hey, whatever. You a white lady. You got your white daughter with your black husband and your racially ambiguous biracial children down there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for him to unalive himself, I feel like she got mad. And I also feel like she's trying to understand why he would do it. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of times when people are online being mad about shit, they are really not thinking about putting themselves in that person's actual situation. This man just left me with 2 fucking small kids to raise by myself. I am pissed. Yes, I'm hurt. Yes, I'm sad. I'm probably crying in the bed at night all the time thinking about why he would do this. There's probably a lot of feeling that goes on. But at the end of the day, if my husband left anything in this house and he died, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. And I can do whatever the fuck I want to do with it. It's my house. That's how I would feel. That's how I would feel. If I was this white lady, I would very much feel like I'm mad that he left me and I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make sure me and our kids that he left me with are okay. And if that means coming out with a book and telling his story, telling what happened to him, then that's what I'm going to do. Because he shouldn't have left me with these kids to take care of by myself. No, I'm sorry, but I don't agree that she's wrong. I don't agree. I don't agree. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that y'all feel that way, but I would love to see y'all in a situation with a famous person and see how it all turns out. Because if y'all think that people wasn't already asking her what happened, why do you think he did this? Come on, man. Like, I imagine that lady was feeling a fucking way about what happened. But y'all gonna do what y'all do online, screaming and hollering on behalf of a black man that y'all don't know, who don't know y'all. That's what y'all gonna do. But for me, I just feel like it's really fucked up to like insinuate that she has something to do with his death. I think that takes it far and beyond. And I think it's so fucked up when somebody is actually having a hard time dealing with the loss of somebody, whether y'all know it or not, because y'all not with people every day. But to put that out there when that's not the case, I think that's fucked up. And a lot of y'all are doing that right now. Y'all think it's so fucked up that she told his story and she talked about what happened with him. I think it's way more fucked up for y'all to insinuate she did something to him with no real proof of it. Yes, I think that's way more fucked up than anything that she's done. But yeah, she could be the worst woman in the world, but y'all haven't provided any evidence of that. All y'all said was she told his story. She told his story. So what? People do it all the time. People do it all the fucking time. They tell other people's stories. That's what happens. That's life. You'll be okay. He'll be okay. There's no image to tarnish. Y'all work on my nerves. Y'all do too much for shit that don't matter. Shit that do matter, y'all be quiet about. Anyway, let's move on. What else I want to talk about? What else? So Let me see, because like I'm waiting to find something I care about. Oh, another time that y'all be just mad for no reason. So apparently y'all was calling Drea tone deaf because she was using the LA fires to promote an air purifier on her Instagram. Like she never does anything right. Tone deaf as fuck. Beyonce Esquire, you're a hater. That's all I get from this conversation. Is that you're a hater. Because what are you talking about? The people that live in the surrounding areas are dealing with a high level of toxicity in the air because of all the smoke. Why would she not advertise an air purifier during the time of the fires? How is that tone deaf? I'm so confused. But this is why I say motherfuckers just be mad somewhere. Hating. Y'all be hating on Drea for whatever reason. Y'all mad that she a 30-something plus older woman with some young nigga that she didn't, some young rich nigga that she didn't got pregnant by. Y'all upset about it. Everybody's mad. And so she do anything. And you and your big face are online talking about Beyonce Esquire, calling her tone deaf for something that's not tone deaf at all. It would be big mad. Be big mad online. Big mad. Look at you. Big mad. Big mad. Just all upset. Okay. Let me see. Do I feel like dealing with Marlon right now? I don't feel like dealing with Marlon right now. Let's move on. This right here. This was a cute conversation.
Filtered black girl to raggedy baby daddy pipeline got our daughters in a chokehold, and I'm finally ready to talk about it. Let's talk about how black girls are not given the tools, the guidance, the space, or the grace to interact with and learn from the opposite sex as adolescents, and it's so damaging to them in their future. We are told during like all of our most formative years that our only focus should be pursuing our education and or career.
Okay, time out. Pause. Let me help y'all. Hold up. Where is that? Just Nicole said, I'm only thinking that some people may be upset because it's not free and or not offering to donate. The air purifier is for people that live in the area that still have their houses. Nobody is trying to sell air purifiers to people who lost their homes. That's not what's happening, sweets. That's not what's happening, love. What's happening is people actually live in the area of Los Angeles whose homes are not in the area of the fire. The air quality in their area is still bad. They haven't lost anything. They can afford to get an air purifier. It's probably really expensive. Okay. But I need for y'all to understand, this is not for people who've lost their homes. They don't have a home to purify the air in, baby. This is for the people that live in the surrounding areas who have to deal with the smoke from the fires. Okay.
We done heard books before boys because boys bring babies. It's like drilled into our head, those little sayings. The downside is dating and navigating sexuality is a normal part of growing up. Y'all do a disservice to black girls and black boys when you pretend as if this part of them doesn't exist. Or worse, you teach them that exploring these parts of themselves makes them fast or nasty or hellbound. When we bypass that part of life, of growing up without real support, it leaves us more susceptible to manipulation and abuse, especially while so many families are simultaneously teaching their daughters that submission to men is a must for a godly union. We are sent out into the world without enough knowledge on, but plenty of shame surrounding our bodies. We're also given no knowledge of the trappings of relationships that happen outside of getting pregnant, mentally, emotionally, and physically.
Right.
We're not armed with the self-confidence or the self-assurance we need to set healthy boundaries or to weed out toxic behavior patterns that we see in our partners. And then y'all cannot wait to I told you so and should have kept your legs closed to the girl that ends up manipulated and pregnant and or humiliated and embarrassed by the first boy that speaks real sweet to her. Like, when did you really tell her? When did you really tell her? Shit's brazy to me.
This was so on point. We do our Black girls a disservice when we don't educate them about dating, educate them about birth control. My mom's only counsel was don't date. I had to put myself on birth control at 17. I think of the pregnant BG shamed at church, the Black girl that they shamed at the church. Do you think she was ever educated on safe sex? No, because the mentality is to not teach them about sex or their bodies, because for some reason, ignorance is supposed to stop them from doing it. As I keep telling y'all, that's not how any of this works. This right here, and this is what I be talking about. So, in the comments, people should leave DDG alone. Girl, shut up. This is not about DDG. Nobody said anything about her, the man being raggedy or whatever. The comment is about how these young women are not prepared for life because they're not taught to date and what it looks like to date and how to pinpoint good partners, what they should be looking for, because the lazy way of parenting is to say don't date at all. You can't date until you get old enough. Well, I could be 25, and if I don't have any experience dating, I'm still going to make the same fucking mistake that I would have made at 17 if nobody's telling me how to go through these things. Like, that's what we're talking about. And do you know what's happening while y'all are slut shaming the girls consistently? They're teaching the boys how to get what they want out of those girls and not give the girls what the girls are requiring, i.e. marriage, whatever. That's all that's been taught to the young Black men is, not everybody, y'all, but y'all know what I'm saying. I have to say that because somebody gonna act like that's not what they was being taught. Bitch, I'm not talking about you. But at large, the men are only being taught how to get what you want out of a girl for the least amount of effort. That's why at the beginning of this live, I said that whole thing about, I'm teaching my sons not to have children out of wedlock by telling them if they do it, I'm not going to give them any money. That's not going to solve this issue. Y'all mentality needs to change. Y'all's mentality needs to change. Y'all really think that marriage and staying a virgin until marriage is supposed to solve the things that happen in relationships between people. It doesn't solve those things. A girl could be a virgin and get married and still end up divorced, cheated on, whatever. None of those parameters that y'all put in place to guilt and shame young women to make the right decisions actually help them from getting into some of these situations that they end up in, because you're not teaching them how to think. You're not teaching them how to think. You're not teaching them how to look at men, how to listen to the conversations that they're having, to pay attention to certain things. Y'all, it was amazing to me sometimes because I hung around a lot of dudes, right? I was much more the girl that was friends with dudes. So I always hung around a lot of dudes. And sometimes it would just shock me how girls took things that were really slights as something good. Like, men would really be playing in girls' faces, trying to fuck with their self-esteem, talking to them any kind of way. And the girls wouldn't even know what was actually being said to them because they're so clueless about how men talk and about how men actually work when they're not trying to get coochie out of you. Tia Amari, and then y'all still mad at Tia Amari because she finally decided to get out of that marriage. Y'all guilt her every day about how y'all tired of hearing about how she's having a hard time. That girl was fucking married her whole adult life, was married. Finally got out of it, and her experience now is trying to figure out how to be without being connected to some damn man because nobody ever taught her that. This was completely on point and absolutely right. Keke Palmer, Sky Jackson, Haley Bailey, all extremely successful young women who for some reason have went and found some stupid young boy to impregnate them. And now they have to live out some toxic relationship pattern in front of everybody. You can say what you want to about DDG. about what he has, that's irrelevant. He still is toxic. He's still toxic. And I know y'all hate when I tell y'all this, but he is. Maybe if she had been allowed to date and then went on a date with a boy and came home and talked to her mom about what happened, and her mom would be like, well, when he told you this is what that meant. And when that happened, this is what was really going on in that moment. But because you won't allow them the space to figure it out, and you don't want to actually have to counsel them through these situations, they go out there, and the first dude that know how to smile and fuck good, their heads are gone. And we see it over and over and over and over again. Like, be fucking for real. Be for real sometimes. It won't kill you. Okay, hold up. Let me see. Where do I want to go before I get out of here? I really don't care about Sherelle and Chad and them pretending not to be together. I don't really care about Cam and his fur arguing with Jim Jones. Jim Jones comes out with a song like, oh my God, like y'all niggas is too old for this shit. Who cares? Oh, do I want to talk about DJ Academics, that Teddy Graham looking ass nigga? Alleges Drake used to help LeBron cheat on his wife. I believe it. Drake, I mean, that LeBron, Drake, all y'all are bitch ass niggas. Yeah. I used to like LeBron, but LeBron is giving bitch ass nigga. I think that's all. Child, listen, House of Hoodoo. That was something we was talking about in the Discord. New Orleans people, if y'all know about House of Hoodoo. Girl, it was one of my favorite places to go to and give me a cute little fixed candle, girl. Apparently, they didn't close down. They closed down because you can't trust no nigga. Girl, we ain't played it in a long time. I'm just so though. That's all I ain't even charge you. That you fuck me for free. To keep it fucking with you, I feel like you owe me. Let me tell y'all something. So I'm just gonna give y'all the little Cliff Notes version of this right quick, and then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm done. It's almost 2 hours. I ain't got nothing else to talk to y'all about. Girl, we ain't going steady. You know me. We just be cooling it. Yeah, we ain't going steady. Come up on where you want to play. Girl, you know I'm ready. Listen. Yes. A lot of the girls that do hoodoo, that do voodoo, listen, this may not be for you. Okay. But if you a Catholic or you into voodoo or hoodoo, okay. And let me just explain. Voodoo is the African spirituality as it pertains to ancestors and spirits. Hoodoo is root work, working with herbs, working with, the earth and candles and just creating things from earth in order to help with whatever. Okay. So apparently her ex-husband staged a coup at the business, girl, and they didn't close the business down. So apparently she married some nigga after she started her business, House of Hoodoo, okay? And he come in and he start, planting ideas, and she like, sure, we should do this. Sure, we should do that. Girl, they, I guess, divorced at some point and was still working in tandem. Apparently he done got 3 of her employees to turn against her and then file a complaint on her so that they can turn her business over to him. So, yeah, girl. Yeah. Okay, so let me read it to y'all. Recent events have unfolded in a way that has deeply affected me personally and professionally. My soon-to-be ex-husband has fueled an attempted coup spearheaded by Chelsea Flora Spencer, our operations manager. I need to see what she looked like and see if I've seen her in there before, because I ain't gonna lie, y'all. One time I went in there and it was a whole bunch of cute little black girls in there. I was like, oh, all right. And then the next time I came in there, it was a white lady. And I'm like, girl, whatever, but who are you? Like, ain't nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody welcome, but what's going on here? So I'm wondering who is Chelsea Flora Spencer. Either way, their actions seem aimed at undermining my authority and transferring control of the business to Bob Jr. Anderson Judy. And that's her ex-husband. On January 10th, 2025, y'all, this is new. I received a strike notice sent to both myself and our attorney, Andrew Legrand, in which Chelsea Flora Spencer, claiming to represent the group, made serious allegations against me. She accused me of fostering a toxic work environment, imposing unrealistic expectations, and threatening employees with demotion and termination, in addition to restricting their access to management functions within the business. The terms laid out in their strike notice demand granting full management control to Bob Jr., Anderson, Judy, along with management level access to all operations of House of Hoodoo. The terms laid out in their strike notice demand granting full management control to Bob Jr. I read that part. In the spirit of transparency and community, I want to share the email I sent in response to their claims, which is dated January 11th. Okay, so then you got to go to the stories, right? So we go over to the stories, and this is what she posted. She said, I hereby acknowledge receipt and consideration of the employee strike notice issued by you. I comprehend. Hold up, bitch, stop. I comprehend your position and the frustrations expressed therein. However, I find it regrettable that these concerns were escalated to social media channels rather than being addressed in professional and legal manner. So they brought it on social media. Girl, I missed it. I ain't see it. On January 8th, you participated in a Zoom meeting with myself and Julian Paz in attendance as a witness, during which I articulated the ongoing situation concerning House of Hoodoo and the legal actions being pursued by House of Hoodoo LLC against Bob Jr. Anderson Judy for theft, mismanagement of House of Hoodoo's finances, and violations of the operations agreement. It is essential to grasp the gravity of the current circumstances. You are advocating for and protecting an individual who has significantly jeopardized the company's financial stability. His actions are not merely detrimental to House of Hoodoo. They affect each of you as employees as well. It is due to his conduct that we're unable to maintain inventory, uphold our 401k contributions, provide comprehensive employee benefits, expand our workforce, and honor annual pay increases. Furthermore, due to his actions, the viability of House of Hoodoo beyond this year is in question. Okay. So she wrote everything that happened in the meeting. You know, if y'all want to really get into it, girl, she gave you hold the operations manager position, and I will endeavor to recruit a new manager. Okay. But this is just her letting them know, listen, get out my business. Get out my business. Now look at this. Friday, it's last Friday, y'all. Ex-husband leaving House of Hoodoo with 4 female employees during a strike. And it's them all in that lady business. I can't see if that's some of the ones I know that I didn't see in there. I can't tell, girl. But this is the video with them closing and leaving. And then Friday, that night, I think everybody was going to their cars. This is December 29th. They was doing a ritual. Day after Fat Micaiah, this was the day they signed the strike notice. Though it was presented to me on January 10th, they had been planning for some time. So, and look. They had been planning for some time to mess over this lady. So, yeah, if y'all fool la la with House of Hoodoo, child, it's a mess. It's a mess. It really is. And she did a whole live explaining. And some people want to pursue legal actions against him because at the end of the day, he's doing root work, and the root work that he's doing, they find problematic. Nigga, you stealing the business from the lady. She posted a picture of him, but I guess that she took the picture down that she posted of him, because when she posted the picture, I was just kind of like, okay, girl, I see. Cause he looked like a bummy ass hanger-on type nigga. You know what I'm saying? He looked like the type of nigga that you will meet, and as long as he acting like he a good guy and he's respectful, you will give him all of the benefit of the doubt. But it's definitely giving hanger-on. I'm trying to figure out a way to learn all of your ways so I can steal your business from out under you. And I would also like to know. Who he was fucking. Cause to me, you had to be fucking some of these women. Them women, the 4 women that he doing the whole, that they walking away with and all of that, is absolutely given. He was fucking that lady employees. That's what it's given. And definitely giving cult-like energy. Definitely giving kind of like a nature boy type thing. She posted that in her stories too. So it's some real weird shit going on. Is that the man with the locks? Yes. Yes, girl. That's the man with the locks. The dark-skinned man with the locks. Yes. Yeah, definitely giving he was fucking an employee. So basically, this man and fucked her employee, staged a coup and trying to take her business from her. That's wild. Wild. Do you hear me? And that's why you can't be out here being a pick-me and being swayed by dick. And that's also why, religion or not, you have to be a person that can think critically. You have to be able to think critically. You cannot get wrapped up in no type of religious, feelings and all the psychosis, whatever the fuck you want to call it, because people get real good feelings from doing spiritual practices together, whether that's Christianity or other. Whenever people come together in community for some type of spiritual, situation, it always kind of leaves people feeling a little high, a little good. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that good feeling, the feeling that you are, spiritually practicing something with people, and then on top of the fact you fucking them, yeah. Yeah. Oh, girl, you ain't got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. I knew what I was looking. I knew what I was looking at when I saw the picture of him. I said, that nigga looked like he was sleeping on somebody's floor. Girl, she met him while he was sleeping on his nephew's floor. And this is why sometimes you cannot, and this is why we trying to tell y'all, don't be like Kiki and all of the rest of them. Y'all see these niggas with nothing and you pull them up by their bootstraps to where you are. But what you need to understand is they on the floor for a reason. Not so you can come and save them. They on the floor because they not doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing as far as I'm concerned. To me, it is always a signifier. You a grown-ass man. If you don't have a house, a car, and a cell phone, we ain't got nothing to talk about. Because essentially, if you don't have all of those things, it's because you have a lack of discipline. And I can't be with nobody at this age with a lack of discipline. So I would really love to hear what sad sack story he told her when he was on the floor and she felt like she was being spiritually led to helping this nigga steal her business from her. Girl, when I tell y'all this upset me, and I really hope that they get everything rectified, because as a little girl growing up, somebody that practices hoodoo and voodoo, growing up in New Orleans, being from here, it's a place that I felt like I would never see when I was a child. When I walked into her store the first time, it felt like something somebody created out of magic. Like the way the vibe was in there, it's full of, it's a magical place, but it has Black women in it, and it's our spiritual practice, and it's something that belongs to us. Like it felt, especially being from New Orleans like I am, like it was such a beautiful place to walk into. I always would tell people to go there if they practice, to go there and check out her store, because when you walk into that place, it is literally like being transported somewhere that you only thought about in your dreams. That's how it felt to me. So listen, I'm always going to tell y'all, protect your shit above any and everything. Stop thinking that these relationships with people mean that you should be letting your shit fall to the wayside, because you can't trust nobody but yourself to that extent, as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Now he was on the floor and she saw the print. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Okay? But yeah, y'all. That's all I got for y'all. I know y'all said y'all wanted me to talk about Cam and Jim Jones before I go, girl. Y'all gonna make me stay. Look at this nigga in this fur. Y'all really gonna make me talk about this nigga in this fur? He barely keeping his dentures in his mouth.
When you act like niggas on your couch, you was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on them at 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final Four, Billy and them? You're not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem try to act like they from Harlem so bad that you got to keep saying, I'm from Harlem? Niggas from Harlem know who's from Harlem. You don't have to keep saying you from Harlem. So that's first and foremost. All this, yo, niggas is on your... You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me learn how to actually learn how to rap. Mace showed me how to rap. Mace actually showed me.
So why you... I hate when niggas act as if you making a point that somebody was lying about. If you have at least 3-4 clips of this man saying that Mace taught him how to rap, why we acting like he said that Mace didn't? Like, okay.
He was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down because you had a free crib and you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally. Period. Now, to the next point. This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay. He tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it. And they went under, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga that put hands on you or you get told you cool with them. I see you with C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Man, DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. You tried to chase French Montana out the game. That ain't work out. Y'all got cool. So cool that you go to his video shoot. Pardon me, not his video shoot, his movie. You're sitting in the crowd watching the premiere, and they dissing you in the movie. You in the movie getting this, and you gotta eat it sitting in the crowd. Nah, nigga, they dissing you in the movie that you went to go see, bro. You ever wonder how you met Mano? Ask him how he met Mano. Mano gonna downplay because they cool now. He tried to press Mano one day because Mano first came out. He had a little record where he was saying, dissing the rappers. I don't know, he said nigga's name. So Jim Plus see Mano one day and was like, yo, what's up with all that saying my name? Mano said, who the fuck you talking to? Oh, you think I one of them niggas? You out your motherfucking mind? Now they the lobby boys. Every nigga that do something to put pressure on you, you sit there and work it out. But when niggas got a little genuine heart for you and all that, cool, that's the pattern. If they don't put hands on you, then you can keep going on and on and on. And I ain't promoting none of this. I think it's cool that you cool with everybody I name. You gonna be 50 next year, nigga. I'm happy that you cool. I'm not saying this to starve no feathers.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You basically calling him a bitch.
I'm not saying that to backtrack or any beef or go anything like. I think it's really cool. But the niggas who do this, you cool with, and then the niggas who try to handle it sophisticatedly, you keep going on and on like niggas give a fuck about all that shit, bro. Niggas don't care about none of that shit, my nigga. Niggas don't care a little bit, my nigga. I never needed nowhere to stay. When you act like niggas on your couch, you was a fan, nigga. You begged us. You are a fan, nigga. A fan. We didn't grow up with you. I am from 140th and Lenox. I am from NFL. Up the block was 40 Wolves. Lou Simpsons, I'm on 142nd Cross Square. D. Ferg on them at 8th Avenue. I don't see you around none of this. Shout out to my nigga, what's the nigga Final 4 billion them you start? You're not from none of that. So you can sit around and act like you've been around all this Harlem shit and everything. You ever see somebody from Harlem?
Okay. So he said all that, like old niggas whose teeth is barely staying in their mouth and they online running it.
Play with your name, then you remind them who you are. I'm just trying to tell my truth, but it's lying, oh my God.
So now he didn't went in the studio to rap about it. Okay. Let me see something, y'all. The first commercial appearance of the group was on Camron's 2000 album SDE, released on Epic Records. Cam eventually demanded a release from Epic and signed to Rockefeller, then owned by his childhood friend Damon Dash. Camron released his third album, Come Home With Me, blah, blah, blah. The Diplomats followed Camron's solo album shortly after with their debut, Diplomatic Immunity, released in 2003. All right, come on with the Hey Ma. I remember that shit, the double disc album. Okay. In mid-2007, rumors began to circulate that Diplomats had many rifts and disagreements with one another, specifically between Camron and Jim Jones. When Jones and Juelz Santana appeared on stage at a concert with 50, with whom Camron was engaged in a feud with at the time, it seemed as if the group had split. However, in a later interview, 40 Cal hinted that while the dynamic of the group is likely beyond repair, there may be further collaboration. Juelz Santana also spoke on a future collaboration, but stated that at the time, Camron seemed to be the only obstacle, while also stating that though his contract was sold to Def Jam, he had no hard feelings toward his former boss. So yeah, okay. Y'all niggas been arguing since the beginning. Honestly, like, I'm gonna just tell y'all, like, not the Mary J. Blige fit. Y'all so stupid. That nigga do look like Mary J. Blige. All he needed some fucking boots. That's all this nigga need is some boots. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like Cam. I don't like Cam, and I barely like Jim. But I kind of low-key have more respect for Jim than I do for Cam. And I don't know nothing about their New York nigga rap shit, because I'm from New Orleans, and when they was popping, we wasn't listening to them like that down here. There are some of us that were, but as far as like, you know, us New Orleans people, we was listening to the Hot Boys. We had our own shit going on with No Limit versus the Hot Boys. We really didn't give a fuck about all this New York shit. Honestly, y'all beats don't be that good. Like, if it wasn't, and I hate to say it, if it wasn't for Puffy, like, I don't know who would have been giving a fuck about New York rap after LL Cool J and them stopped popping, because y'all can't pick good beats. Y'all always pick beats that sound like they should be in some, you know, like epic hood drama film, you know, niggas squad up to go kill each other. Like, that's what y'all music sound like to me. It wasn't never all that like that, nigga, but you know, niggas from the north and shit like that was really on y'all. Yeah, we was down here. When them niggas came out, we was all down here, okay? We was Atlanta, Louisiana, Texas. Like, that's where we was at. We wasn't up there with y'all at this time, okay? Y'all, they never, yes, their music is way too dark. The beats are not as good. Like, y'all just wasn't getting our attention like that back in the day. But eventually we grew to know y'all. Camron has always come off like the person he was in in Paid in Full. The person that Cam played in Paid in Full, he has always been that person to me. Therefore, I can't. Like, you just seem like a heartless, disrespectful, you know, insecure, but act like you not, mean ass nigga. Jim, somewhat the same shit, except for the fact that you had Chrissy. So that I feel like normally whenever these men have a woman in their life consistently, it low-key makes them better people at some point. Not all the time, but just somewhere in there, I have felt like Jim was more of a respectable type of person. Like, didn't seem like he was the fucking worst all the time. Cam really seemed like that character he played off Paid in Full. Like, I'm sorry. So I was never really fucking with these niggas like that, to know their life like that, to know all of this. You niggas grew up in Harlem and da-da-da-da-da. Like, nigga, Harlem is how many blocks in Manhattan? Like, Harlem is in Manhattan, my nigga. Like, niggas is like wilding and shit. Like, it's, you know,
He's not from Harlem. Nigga, his grandmama stayed in Harlem. His grandmama stayed in Harlem. He not from Harlem because his people live somewhere else and his grandmama lived in Harlem and his mama was on drugs back then. So he was always by the grandmother house. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Jim is scum too. I agree. But we got to know him on Love and Hip Hop. And all I will ever remember about Cam is him playing that role on that movie. And then what happened with old girl, who he used to go with and played her out. But yeah, y'all, I just can't care about nothing these niggas be talking about. I just can't. But it do look like Juju. Yeah, it do look like some old niggas that could barely keep their dentures in their mouths. Just sitting there flabbing, just talking, running it, and then acting like they're more of a man than the next one. When it's like all y'all niggas is bitch ass niggas. All y'all niggas come off like y'all humbuggish, insecure, can't control y'all emotions, and y'all be spazzing and wilding. That's what it gets. Child, Ja Rule was the only one. But Ja Rule had beats. Ja Rule had Irv Gotti in them, and they was also Irv Gotti was very much, don't forget, they had RICO charges too, very much giving bad boy. Yeah, I'm not over the dentures. Bondy, you still have a little multiverse crush on Jim. I wouldn't call it that. Honestly, I dislike Cam more because of how much Cam talks on the internet. Also, how much Cam says. I see Jim do podcasts from here and there, but Jim does not seem like the type of man that just be running his mouth the way Cam be just running his mouth. So for me, I just, when I be looking at him, I'm like, I just think Jim Jones is more of a cool dude. I feel like, yeah, more laid back. Jim is a more laid back type person, and I usually find that is a more acceptable form of man to me than men who wear pink shirts and big fur coats because they like attention and they like to be seen and they run their mouth and they disrespectful and like Cam has never been attractive to me for a plethora of reasons. At some point, yes, Jim was considered attractive to me. They were all together, so that means y'all all was a group of ain't shit niggas, okay, at some point or another, but it's just the way they act as men. Cam acts like an insecure, low-key, violent type. Like, it's the way he talk, y'all. It's the way, again, Paid in Full, y'all. He's the nigga off Paid in Full. I much prefer a man that's quiet until he needs to pull up. And Jim Jones has always seemed like I'm quiet until I gotta pull up. So that's just, listen, okay? That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, we were never really on their music like that. No, thank you. I'm all right. Ja Rule was different. Ja Rule had good music, had good beats. Anybody that brings in women to sing with their hip hop did well. Like, I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but if you could do a R&B / like, that's one of the reasons why Fabulous to me was even as well known as he was during that time, because Fabulous did music with women. Like his song with Tamia that came out that summer. Oh, what? That was the shit. Kind of weed he be smoking, what kind of drinks he be drinking. Like, we used to be on that shit hard. If you could make a song with a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, your shit was probably gonna hit hard. Hip hop and R&B, baby. Hip hop and R&B. Okay. Didn't know Jim still had it in him at his age when he went WWE at the airport. Ooh. Ja Rule definitely had us in the chokehold. Ja Rule was just such a special musician, but he was definitely biting off of DMX. We never gonna forget about how I felt like you was biting, but you was still good. Okay, y'all know how we always, and I know you getting bored. Fab and Lil Mo, yes, absolutely. The Saint Lunatic, child, that's Nelly. And I never really was a big fan of 50 Cent. 50 Cent's first album was good. He had a few good radio hits and shit like that, but I was never a big fan of him because he was always coming in opposition of somebody that I thought was better than him. To me, Ja Rule was a better artist than 50 Cent. When you look at it, he came in and basically bullied Ja Rule while Ja Rule was going through that RICO charge shit. And I feel like essentially you push Ja Rule out of the spot only to not give us the same value of music. Like Ja Rule gave such good music. Like those entire CDs were really, really good. Like Ja Rule had hit after hit after hit. And 50 just came and everybody was like, 50 did the I'm stronger than you and you know, I'm bigger than you and you a punk. And I'm like, this is about music, my nigga. This is not about that. This is about music. They really made music about some hood posturing between men. And that's not how music works. So essentially, yeah, he came in and pushed him out, but he could not stand in his spot. Like if we look it up right now, I bet you Ja Rule has still outsold 50. I bet you. Just because the songs were better. The songs were better. Okay. But that's life. That's life in times of hip hop where you could be a subpar rapper, but you're an asshole. So you're successful. It's great. We liked Rough Riders, but only because of DMX and Eve. What y'all niggas want, can't touch. All y'all niggas need, what we need in our life is right here with me. Yes, a lot of street stuff was going on with 50 Cent and Ja. You're not going to understand, Bondi. Yeah. 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 You think something was going on in the streets that was so complicated that I wouldn't get it? You think so? Oh. Okay. Mm. I don't know what people think about me sometimes. Like, do y'all think I'm dumb or something? Like, do I not get up here and give commentary from the space of somebody that is smart? Like, do I look dumb or something to people? I hope that's not what you're seeing, because if that's what you're seeing, you need to wipe your fucking glasses off. I literally said they let street shit and some posturing amongst niggas decide who won a rap battle, when at the end of the day, when we was really listening to the music, Ja Rule was a better artist than 50. I don't need to know the ins and outs about how a whole bunch of ignorant niggas was fighting and posturing and shooting at each other. Like, that is of no consequence. I literally just said it's probably some nigga shit. You think I don't understand nigga shit? I'm from New Orleans. You think I don't understand street shit? I'm from New Orleans. I always understand ignorant niggas hating on one another and getting into it because they don't know how to handle their insecurities amongst one another, and they damn sure don't know how to handle their emotions. You think I don't understand that? You don't think you think it's something I couldn't understand? The streets are not that complicated. If it was that complicated, the streets would be doing better. Okay. Because the truth of the matter is the street shit don't matter to neither one of them niggas right now. Right now, you know where 50 is at? Trying to build film studios and shit. Y'all know where Ja Rule is at? Trying to figure out how he can come out with something that somebody care about. I literally just said stupid street shit. That's what I said. Y'all niggas not doing nothing hard out there. Like, I need for y'all to understand. Y'all are not doing anything hard. Street shit ain't never been that hard to understand. It's never been that hard to understand. The fuck? Like, we don't even like watching certain movies no more because it's like, how many times y'all gonna tell us the same story? This hood versus that hood. They started out beefing because this nigga tried to bully this nigga. Or this nigga had a girl and this nigga wanted the girl. Or this nigga was selling dope on this corner and that nigga wanted to sell dope on that corner. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's not going to change the fact, honey, that in 2025, Ja Rule was still a better artist in the early 2000s. And the only reason that y'all let 50 Cent come in and bully him out of his position on the charts was over some stupid street shit that did not matter when it actually came down to the music. Just the music. It's some street shit, Bondi. You wouldn't understand. There's some drug shit, Bondi. You couldn't possibly understand. It was some gang shit, Bondi. You could possibly never understand, girl. What the fuck? I keep reminding everybody, bitch, I went to college and I'm from New Orleans, which means I understand more than the average fifth grader, bitch. Playing on my intelligence like that in my fucking comments. How disrespectful can you hoes get? My God. My God. Also, I would just like for y'all to understand street shit needs to graduate at some point. And do you know where street shit graduates to? If it actually gets a chance to graduate, do you know where it graduates to? It graduates to public office. It graduates to courthouses. It graduates to city council. No, not jail. The niggas that get out alive, like Mendices, and then you hop on top the coattails of a smart Yandy, and now you're at the Democratic National Convention only a few short years after getting out of jail on a RICO charge. All of y'all pastors out there that used to be out in the streets and then befriend the politicians that also used to be out there in the streets. But once everybody realizes you can't really keep doing street shit, you got to graduate. And a lot of them end up right where my daddy was and right where my life was, which is in courthouses, in city council members' meetings. It's all a hustle, all a hustle. So yeah, please don't ever think there's something that I don't understand. Okay? And if it's something I can't understand, bitch, explain it to me. If it's not math, I'll get it. Okay, yeah, no, they all do it. I don't know how you think that 50 got the Shreveport shit. You had to be in cahoots and friends and rubbing elbows with city council members and people that are in positions of power in city and state governments. Trust me. It ain't nothing I can't really figure out. Besides math. Don't ask me nothing about math. Don't ask me nothing about math. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, street shit get old because don't nobody feel like looking over their fucking shoulder all the time. That's why. But anyways, that's all I got for y'all. I gave y'all more than I really wanted to give y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the live today. Okay, hold up, bitch, not that. I need to applaud myself because I did a good job. Okay, I hope y'all had a good time. Love y'all. Y'all have a good rest of y'all day. If you're mad, I hope you ain't too mad not to come back because I'll see you next time, bitch. All right.